Hey, my name is Katie, and today we're going to talk about makeup brushes. A very important part for achieving that look, the desired makeup look, would be the brushes. And a lot of people come to me and they say, I love what you did, how can I do it at home? And I say, well, you need this brush, that brush. And they're like, no, I've got a couple brushes, I got at Target, I'm fine, I don't need those. Yes, you do. I'm not just pulling your leg here. Brushes are very important. So, you wouldn't paint a masterpiece like the Mona Lisa with your fingers, and you wouldn't apply your makeup with your fingers either. Let's start by talking about eye makeup and the brushes that are necessities to have the most smoky, blended eye look. Some of my favorites are fluffy brushes. This is what I call them. That's not what they're called, but I call them fluffy brushes. And a fluffy brush is anything that's loosely packed fibers like this, and it's soft. So when you have a brush that is soft like this and you can push it and move it, what this is going to do is apply less product to your face. So if this is a brush you're using to kind of get a sculpted, contoured look, this is the perfect brush to blend out a crease. It's the perfect brush to lightly tap color onto the lid, to do an under the brow highlight, anything you want to look soft and diffused. But sometimes you don't want things to be soft and diffused. Sometimes you want a hard line, and in that case you want something that's tighter packed, bristles that are packed tightly together and it's harder to move them. These brushes put more product into one tiny area. It's great for smudging, so if you have a little eyeliner you can just smudge it like so, or if you want to put a lot more product into the crease to really sharpen that crease, you can just go like so with more product and really build the depth. Finally, if you're doing graphic liner or you're filling in your eyebrows, you need something that's very precise. So I recommend the angle brush. This is a great little brush. You can go right in next to the lash line and just pack liner, be it gel or shadow on, to get a crisp, clean look. You won't be able to achieve that with a big, fat angle brush. You need something that's thin and something that's compact. So for the girl at home who's just starting out with eye makeup, these are the brushes I think are a necessity. I also would recommend a little flat brush like this, something that you can pack color on the lid. Not a necessity, you could use your finger, but definitely something nice to have. All of these together at any fine brush retailer are going to be around 80 to 100 bucks. But these brushes are going to last you for 10 to 15 years. Think about your cost per unit and just invest. Now we can talk about face brushes, which are also very important. So if you're like me and you want a more light, dewy complexion, you want a bigger brush. Once again, this is just like eyeshadow. The bigger and softer the brush, the more diffused and softer the look. So this is a great brush just for dusting powder on the face, a quick little blush on the cheeks, not for contouring or sculpting, because there you need something with more precision. If you're sculpting or contouring, you're going to want something a little bit more packed, like this, something with an angle. When you're using a brush like this, just remember it has an angle for a reason. It fits into that particular groove of the face, and you want to work with the brush and go in the direction of that crease and that angle. Something else is cream blush. You're going to want something that is not natural fiber. This is a duo fiber. You want something synthetic, so it won't absorb the cream product. This is the same for foundations if you were to choose to use a brush. Synthetic is best. It doesn't absorb the liquid or cream foundation. Always start where you want the most product. So if you want your cheeks to be rosiest here, this is where you're going to start, and go with the shape of the brush. If it's a circle brush, you want to go in the direction of circles and then just build out the product like so. If you're going to have one other brush in your brush belt, I would recommend a lip brush. Anything that's synthetic and small and flat is going to work. And the reason I recommend this is you will never be able to wear a bold lip if you don't have a brush to apply the lipstick. Because what this brush does is it allows you to go along the natural shape of the lip line with the product so you get crisp, clean lipstick. So get yourself a lip brush, get in there, and take the time to apply the product with precision and look classy. And you'll love it, and you'll thank me. And that's my tips on brushes, and I hope you all go out and get some new ones today and start practicing.